Hi, in this tutorial you will learn wiring beans using direct method call. In the previous tutorial we learned different ways of adding beans to Spring context. This video focuses on how we implement relationship between beans that are in the Spring context using direct method call. In object-oriented programming, we establish a relationship between objects where an object delegates responsibilities to other objects. But Spring has its own way of establishing relationship, since that it manages the object and the life cycle. The objects that are not part of the Spring context cannot be managed by the Spring context. So now here we have a book. So we need to create another beans that we will implement the relationship between the book and the other bean. So let's create a bean here inside the package beans, new class, and call this library. So the book and the library, we will implement the relationship between the book and the library. So let's provide a field for this, private string name, and normally the library will have books, so we need to define private book. So here we did not have a list of books, since that we know that the library contains a lot of books, but for this example we will just provide a book for each library, so that we will have the example for the implementing the relationship between these two. Okay, so let's save. Let's add the getters and setters. Generate getters and setters for this. Select all, generate. Okay, so here as you can see we have the library and the book. So now what is remaining is to implement the relationship. So as you can see here in this book, the book and the library, it has to be inside the Spring context before implementing this relationship. So now let's add the book and the library to the Spring context. We will use add bean annotation. Okay, so the first thing we will do, let's go to the app config, that is configuration file. So and have add bean. We define the method public. So now let's define a book and add the name and the title, new book. Okay, so let's have book dot set title. Let's see, so we will return this book, return book. Okay, so now we finish with the book. Now by adding the add bean annotation, when the Spring initialize, it will call this method and return these values to the Spring context. Now it add it as a bean. So let's also have add bean for the library, add bean public library. So now let's have library and set the name and the book equal to new library how we implement this relationship, as we said that by direct method call. So now when we call this library dot set book, so now we will call this method. So by calling this method, we implement this relationship between the book and the library in the Spring context, and we will try this and test it. You can see. So let's call this method book and return the library. Let's return the library. Okay, so now that is how we said that we implement the okay. Let's go to the library and save the getters and the setters that we just added. Okay, you see the arrow is gone. This is why we said that we implement this relationship using direct method call. This is one way of implementing the relationship in the Spring using the direct method call. Okay, now let's go to the app.java and get the reference to the book, the reference to the library with the instance of the context. You see we have the instance of the Spring context that is using the app config class here. Okay, so first what we will do, let's have a library equal to context dot get bin. So we get the reference using the type. In the previous tutorial we learned how to get those references, so we use type here, and it is a library dot class. Okay, this is fine. Okay, now let's get also the reference to the book as well, and we will test to see if we have this relationship. Okay, book equal to context, we will get the reference using the get bin book dot class. So now we are getting these references using the type and the get bin method. Okay, now to check to see if we have this relationship, we will check this. Let's have the system.out.print. We duplicate this. Okay, so for the library we'll say that library, so let's call the name of the library plus library dot get name. So to get the book of this library, let's go back to the book here and override the toString method at override, and we want it to return the name of the book. So return, and let's set the book name. Okay, so this, save this and go back to the app.java, and when we say it here, we will just use the library dot get book. Okay, so here we will check if this book that we have here is inside the library. Okay, so to confirm this book name, let's check to see if it is added. We will duplicate these. Okay, we will check to see if this book is in the context, and we will confirm the name using this line, the library name and the book name. Okay, so let's set the book name. Okay, so let's use the book dot get title. This is to confirm, and we will see the relationship here. Okay, let's save the changes, and for the app config we will also save the changes. Make sure you save all the changes before running your application. Okay, so let's run this application and see if our implementation works as expected. Okay, you see the book that we have added to the Spring context, and here we have the name of the library, and inside this library we have a brief history of that. I just printed this for the confirmation, but here is what we have: the library and the book. So this is how we implement the relationship. Okay, let me just remove this and print this in the console. Okay, you see we have the library, and in the library we have a book name, a brief history of time. Okay, so this is how to implement the relationship using direct method call, that is wiring beans using direct method call. So in the next tutorial we will look at other ways, that is dependency injection.